Good morning and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in if you are new here. I am on day 3 of week 1 on my meal plan. I woke up so early this morning, literally woke up at about 10 past 4, something like that. Couldn't get back to sleep, came downstairs and I ended up having a little bit of a snooze and I've just woke up again. So I'm going to have some breakfast. If you missed the previous videos, so day 1 and day 2 of this, I will leave the links for that in the description below. Also, if you are wanting to follow along this meal plan with me, I will leave the link below as well. If you do enjoy my videos, then please give it a thumbs up and go and hit that subscribe button below. If you want to be notified for when I next upload, then hit the bell. If you're not already aware, I am filming every single day for the next 6 weeks what I eat, following my meal plan that I've created. I'm going to be doing my weekly weigh-ins. I'm going to be showing you everything that I eat as well. And just basically bring you along on my journey over the next 6 weeks. Don't forget to go and follow me on Instagram. I do post photos of everything I eat on there as well. So I'm going to start with breakfast, obviously, because it's the start of the day. We're starting with a breakfast omelette wrap, which I really enjoy making. So I'll just run through what ingredients I've got and I'll show you how I make it. So to make this, I am going to be using one of the Aldi skinny pork sausages. I'm only going to be using one of these, which is half a tin, and then I'm going to be putting the rest in the freezer for another time. I've got 2 eggs, which I'm going to be making the omelette with. I've got bacon medallions, I'm just going to use one of these, and then I've got one little lonely hash brown left in this bag of hash browns. This is just what I had left over from probably ages ago when I bought this bag, but I've bought another bag from Aldi as well to use in the future, and these are 2 cents each. So the only cents going in this is the hash brown for 2 cents and half a cent for the sausage, so it'll only be 2.5 cents for the full thing. First thing I've done is I've preheated my oven to 200 degrees, and then I'm just going to pop both the sausage and the hash brown in for about half an hour. What's also in the oven, all I'm going to do is make the omelette and cook the bacon as well. So I'm going to have 2 different pans. I'm going to start with the omelette, so I'm just going to be whisking together the 2 eggs just in a mug, and then seasoning with salt and pepper, and then adding to the pan. Now my trick with omelettes is to have it on a really high heat with some fry light, and then as soon as I've put the eggs in and you get that initial like sizzle, just turn it right down to like, I don't know, 4 or something like that, so that it's on like a low to medium heat, and then just leave it. Just literally leave it, and it will eventually just cook nice and evenly through. So the omelette should look a little bit like this. You should be able to literally just get your thing under and lift it out when you need it. I've also done my bacon in a pan as well, just with some fry light, so that's ready to go. And I'm just going to get my sausages and hash brown out of the oven, and I'm going to assemble my wrap on my plate. And there you have your breakfast omelette wrap. So that makes this breakfast 2.5 cents. So I'm gonna go and enjoy this, and then I'll see you at lunchtime. Good afternoon, it is lunchtime. Actually, it is about 12:30. I've just been out and about this morning doing bits and bobs, stuff that I couldn't get done over Christmas. So yeah, I'm ready for lunch. So I will show you what I've got. I'm going to be making the salmon and pesto salad, which is full of speed food, and it's only 2.5 cents. So I'll show you the ingredients for that and how I make it. So first of all, obviously we have our salmon. Now this is a frozen salmon fillet, and it is still frozen. I would usually defrost them, however, because it's still frozen, I'm just going to stick it in the oven for a little bit longer than I would usually, just to make sure that it's cooked through. Then I'm going to be having 75 grams of cherry tomatoes. I'm also going to put them in the oven along with the salmon. I really like tomatoes when they're oven cooked. Next I'm going to be having 75 grams of mushrooms. I'm just going to slice them. Then we've got some of the bistro salad from Aldi. I'll probably use maybe the rest of this, if not most of the rest of this, just for even more speed. And then this is a pesto from Aldi. It is 2.5 cents for 1 tablespoon. So I'm going to be using 1 tablespoon of that, and I'm just going to be mixing that in with the salad. Just to give it a little bit of extra flavour. And then I'm going to be using some fry light just on the tin foil for the tomatoes. First thing I'm going to be doing is putting the salmon in the oven along with the tomatoes and cooking that. So I've just put the salmon in this like little parcel thing so that it can steam whilst it's in the oven, and I've put the tomatoes on next to it with some fry light. And I'm going to pop that in the oven for about 20 minutes or so, and then see how the salmon's doing, and then maybe just pop it in for another 10. But we'll see how it's doing after the first 20. Forgot to mention that the oven is preheated to 200 degrees Celsius. So whilst I'm waiting for the salmon to just finish off cooking, I've just put the salad leaves into the bowl ready. I'm just going to slice up my mushrooms ready and put them in there as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix through the pesto into the salad and mushrooms and just mix it around that before getting the salmon and tomatoes out. So the tomatoes are definitely done, so I'm going to take them off and put them in the salad. So the salmon is now out. She just needed an extra 10 minutes, and that is your salmon and pesto salad. The great thing about this is that you can eat it hot or cold, and you can take it in a packed lunchbox if you want to, and eat it at work or wherever you want. So yeah. This is 2.5 cent salad full of speed food. So I've just had my lunch, which I really enjoyed, and I'm going to head out for a walk now. I'm going to be taking my 2 benefit bars with me. This is my snack for the day, and it is also my healthy bee. So taking them with me as a little snack. So I'm back now from my walk. My god, it was muddy. Wasn't what I was expecting. It was quite icy, but then in some places, like, you put your foot down and you just break through the ice and just be in mud. So the leggings that I was wearing, I've got mud pretty much all the way up to my bum. I'm covered in mud, and my trainers definitely need a good wash because I wasn't expecting mud, but I got mud. So it is now tea time, and I am going to be having a bolognese, but I'm going to serve it on cauliflower rice instead of normal rice, just because this adds some extra speed into the meal. And also I've had pasta for the last couple of nights, so I'm going to have something which is a little bit less like carby, as it were. So yeah, I'll show you the ingredients for that now. So to start, I've got some 5% fat beef mince. This is a 500 gram one, but I'm just going to be using half. So 250 grams, that is sin free. I've got some Worcester sauce. I'm going to be using 1 tablespoon of that. And I'm going to be having a full tin of chopped tomatoes, some black beans in water, which I'll drain, 250 ml of vegetable stock. I'm going to be using some of the JT Seasonings bolognese seasoning. It just makes the whole meal so much better. And you can use the code JessGets20 to get 20% off your order. I'll leave the link below for this as well. And for the cauliflower rice, I'm just going to be using one of these steam bags. You can get these in the frozen section of pretty much any supermarket. It's just so much easier. You basically just stick this in the microwave for, I think this one's for like 4.5 minutes or something. So yeah, and that's all the ingredients. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is just cooking off the mince and then adding in the extra ingredients and just leaving it to cook for about 20 minutes until the until it's formed some kind of like sauce. So I've got all the ingredients in there now. I've just turned the heat right down to a medium heat, and then I'm going to pop a lid on and just leave it to simmer. That's the wrong lid, but I'll get the right lid. Hang on, it's better. And just leave that there to simmer until it thickens up a bit. So now that the bolognese is nearly done, I'm just going to pop the cauliflower rice in the microwave for 4.5 minutes. This is what the bolognese looks like after you've dished up the cauliflower rice along with obviously the bolognese on top. Now I've only actually used half of this and I've still got half of it left in the pan, so I'm just going to pop this in a Tupperware and freeze it for another meal. So obviously, just to break this down, you've got speed food as your cauliflower rice, the mince is free, so the chopped tomatoes are free, and the black beans are free, and all the other ingredients are free. And there's tea for tonight. So that brings us to the end of today's video. I am just going to sit and have a green tea and watch some telly, and then I'm going to try and get an early night because I got up way too early this morning and I'm so tired. If you are wanting to download the meal plan that I am following, then I'll pop it in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.